Second pitch is a ball, making the count 1-1. We apologize that the broadcast just started. We will look to get the full on-demand broadcast up after tonight's game. Grey Wolves scored a run earlier in the inning. Zikafus with a one-out double scored after a wild pitch and an error on the catcher. Moved him from third to home. The 1-1 pitch is outside for ball number 2. The count's now 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs in the inning. Josh Adams then singled through the left side and is now at first base with Ryan Smith at the plate. Bunt shown by Smith, and the pitch is outside for ball number 3. 3-1 count. The 3-1 pitch delivered, swung on, missed, swung on, hit left side. The scoop by the third baseman, Kobe Kauhaha, is a good one, but the throw over to the first baseman, Nyquist, can be picked. And there's now runners at first and second base. It's going to be a base hit, as a good hit by Ryan Smith made Kobe Kauhaha make a good play, and the throw just wasn't there to make it to get Ryan Smith at first base. 2 outs, runners at first and second. And the first pitch to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., the right fielder, is a called strike. The 0-1 pitch is outside after Scheidler had looked back at Josh Adams at second base. Adams getting a big secondary at second base. Looking to get to third on any chance he can get. Ball in the dirt that kicks away from McIver would be a good chance of that. Delivery is a 1-1 breaking ball that's going to clip the plate for strike number 2. Low in the zone, but it was above the knees when it crossed the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Runners at first and second for the Grey Wolves in their black jerseys with gray pants. The outfielder from Cal looks at a 1-2 pitch outside for ball number 2. Two count now. Scheidler looking back at Adams at second base. The lefty delivers. Breaking ball swung on, hit into the right field, and it's going to be right at McCready for out number 3. But the Grey Wolves strike in the inning. Connor Zikafus doubling and then getting around to score on a wild pitch and an error by the catcher. Grey Wolves lead 1-0 here after 1/2 inning. We'll come back for the bottom of the inning as the Gresham Grey Wolves and Chris Brown come out for the home half. Defensively, you're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Austin Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
Turn a double play with your Gresham Grey Wolves by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner, contact the Grey Wolves at 503-428-5248. Again, that's 503-428-5248. Your partnership with the Grey Wolves will be a howl of a good time.
It's time to gear up. Visit the Grey Wolves team store during your next visit to Osland Field. Hats, hoodies, and shirts in different styles, colors, and logos to show your support of Gresham's team. We have a huge selection of Grey Wolves gear available online as well. Just visit GreshamGreyWolves.com to pick up your favorite gear and wear it to the next Grey Wolves game at Osland Field. That's the team store at GreshamGreyWolves.com. Gear up!
Pack the park at Osland Field. The Grey Wolves are hosting the Bend Elks from Friday, August 5th through Sunday, August 7th. Fans can get $5 general admission tickets or $7 reserved seats all series long for the last West Coast League regular season series of the year. Just send an email to Jerry at GreshamGreyWolves.com to receive your Pack the Park voucher to bring to the Osland Field gate. For more details, visit GreshamGreyWolves.com.
Turn a double play with the Gresham Grey Wolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know...
Welcome back to Walla Walla, Washington, Borleski Stadium here. I'm Fletcher Like, your host, calling it as I see it, all the plays I see and all the color I see. As the Grey Wolves lead 1-0 here after Connor Zickafoos with a one-out double got to second base and then scored on a wild pitch. Took third base on that wild pitch, and then an throwing error by the catcher William McIver for the Sweets. They got into left field, scored Zickafoos from third base, and that's how the score ended. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. As Grey Wolves and Chris Brown now start the bottom of the first inning. A first pitch from Brown is too low to Jaron Duran, and that's a ball. The 1-0 pitch from Chris Brown. Chris Brown out of UC Davis from Pleasant Hill, California. The 1-0 pitch is a called strike, just above the knees. The Sweets in their all-white uniforms today with the script blue letters of Sweets. The 1-1 pitch is bunted at and fouled into the shoulder of the catcher, Matt Caro.
Recovering from sleeping in his tent. Yeah, they said.
Chris Brown, 9.44 ERA. He's got a 1-2 record and 6 total appearances. He's working in his 21st inning, his 7th total appearance. He's pitched 20 innings. He struck out 11 and walked 3 batters. Breaking ball, line drive, left side, hot corner. Connor Zickafoos gets it on the ground and delivers a 1 short hop over to Drew Curtis, the first base, who picks it, and that's the first out of the inning. Almost a line drive catch there, but it gets out of the glove of Zickafoos. He picks it up quickly underneath his body and makes a strong throw over to first base to record the out. That'll bring up Nick Vigo, who scored 3 runs last night, and his 3 runs alone would have been enough to beat the Grey Wolves, as Grey Wolves could only cross 2 batters. First pitch from Brown is fouled off. Brown, a left-handed pitcher from Pleasant Hill, California, pitching for UC San Diego. In his last appearance against Victoria, he pitched 5 innings of relief baseball. Bunt attempt is fouled towards the Walla Walla Sweets dugout. Pulled too far foul by Nick Vigo. And there's 2 strikes on him now. The center fielder for the Sweets. Vigo, a 2-way player for Cal State Monterey Bay from Simi Valley. He's going to be a junior at Monterey Bay.
Claiming a work injury, by the way. I was stung on time.
The 0-2 pitch is outside for ball number 1. Here with 1 out in the inning.
Remind me to go out and shoot that Chevy aluminum got a yellow jacket in the passenger.
The 1-2 pitch is swung on and slapped over the head of Doherty for a single. And Nick Vigo gets on base for the first time tonight and brings up dangerous Willie McIver.
Now batting, number 9, Willie McIver.
Willie McIver going 3 for 3 last night with 3 RBIs. He singled in the first, doubled in the third, singled in the fifth, and scored a run in the 7th via sacrifice fly, going 3 for 4 to that night. The first pitch to McIver is a breaking ball that goes all the way around the plate, doesn't actually touch it in the air, so ball number 1. Chris Brown had a 1-5 record for UC Davis in his freshman season, a 5.43 ERA. Pickoff as Vigo goes on first movement, and it's going to be a 1-3-6 caught stealing. As Chris Brown noticed Vigo taking off right on the movement and threw over at first base. Drew Curtis quickly collecting the ball out of his glove and throwing over to Doherty, who applied the tag. And there's now 2 outs in the inning. One-0 pitch is sky deep into left center field. Brian Smith running after it, but it's going to get out of the ballpark, and that's going to be a home run. And the Sweets have tied the ball game.
That was a home run for your Walla Walla Sweets. It came off Willie McIver.
So 2 outs in the inning with a 1-0 count, and Chris Brown delivers a breaking ball that hung up there.
Number 25.
And William McIver made him pay for it. Nick Nyquist will step into the batter's box now after the home run by William McIver. The first pitch to Nyquist is a called strike. Nyquist playing over at first base. Nyquist going to be a redshirt sophomore at Gonzaga from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. A big hack there by Nyquist. And the count's now 0-2. So Chris Brown has an earned run. And Nick Scheidler has an unearned run as the Grey Wolves. Connor Zickoff scoring on an error. Breaking ball was inside and chested by Matt Caro, the catcher. And the count's now 1-2 with 2 outs in the inning. Tie ball game here in the first. After a home run by Willie McIver. 1-2 pitches upstairs for ball number 2. And Chris Brown now has to work back and throw a strike here with a 2-2 count. 2-2 pitch delivered, breaking ball, and that one's going to get the outer part of the plate for strike number 3 as Nyquist goes down looking here via Chris Brown's breaking ball. Tie ball game 1-1 here from Walla Walla. William McIver tying it up on a home run. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
It's time to gear up. Visit the Grey Wolves team store during your next visit to Osland Field. Hats, hoodies, and shirts in different styles, colors, and logos to show your support of Gresham's team. We have a huge selection of Grey Wolves gear available online as well. Just visit GreshamGreyWolves.com to pick up your favorite gear and wear it to the next Grey Wolves game at Osland Field. That's the team store at GreshamGreyWolves.com. Gear up!
It's a howlin' good time down at the Lucky Pint, where we have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pint is the home of Gresham Grey Wolves, where we honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list, and then come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, your locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Follow your Gresham Grey Wolves on social media. The Grey Wolves are active on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Gresham G Wolves. Follow your favorite West Coast League baseball team at home, on the road, and in the community. Behind-the-scenes access, photos from the ballpark, video recaps, and more, all at your fingertips. That's at Gresham G Wolves on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Nick Scheidler finishes up his warm-up pitches here, and Drew Curtis will step into the batter's box here to lead off the second inning here. Drew Curtis, Jordan Barkus, and Matt Caro due up for the Grey Wolves. Tie ball game after William McIver's solo shot to left center field. Tied the ball game. Left field line is 315. I can't read the distance in right down the right field line. Get on my binoculars and look. The first pitch from Scheidler is fouled off. And the count is now 1-0 to the first baseman.
About my suggestion.
338 down the first baseline and 315 to left field. Another pitch is fouled off, this time a breaking ball on the 0-1 pitch. Drew Curtis doing anything he can to foul that one off, even with the 0-1 count.
Call the police chief, who just got beaten. Tell him that
Drew Curtis and Ryan Smith, teammates for Southern Illinois University, the Salukis in Illinois. The 0-2 pitch is outside and low for ball number 1. Drew Curtis is hitting 141 on the season, and he's going to swing and miss at the 1-2 pitch, and he's going to go down swinging. Strikeout number 3 for the Gray Wolves and for Nick Scheidler. I was talking with Walla Walla Sweets broadcaster and said that Nick Scheidler isn't going to strike you out as many times as Chris Murphy did, but right now that's all Scheidler's doing. He's striking out Gray Wolves, striking out 3 of 4 outs. First pitch to Barkis is bunted at, and they're going to say he didn't go as he left the bat barrel over the top of the plate, but because he didn't attempt to bunt the ball, it's not considered a swinging attempt, and the count is now 1-0. 1-0 pitch is low at the ankles, and the count is now 2 balls and no strikes to the second baseman from Lower Columbia College. We'll be heading back there for year 3 after a broken hand and wrist forced him to redshirt this last season. Ground ball right side, scooped up by Duran, thrown over to Nyquist, and it's a 4-3 putout for the Gray Wolves here, and there are now 2 outs in the inning. Bringing up Matt Caro out of Columbia University. Caro hitting 132 on the season. Out of Columbia University. Caro from Pacific Palisades, California. He's going to be a junior this fall. And the first pitch to Caro is low. Caro, a very hard worker, studious baseball player, always working on his trade. Always trying to get pointers from different teammates, coaches on how to improve. The 1-0 pitch is up high for ball number 2. A good work ethic for the catcher out of Columbia University. And now there's a 2-0 count with 2 outs. Scores 1-1. And the 2-0 pitch is going to be knee high right over the top of the plate for strikeout, strike number 1. Cole Rutherford, Chris McCready, and Kobe Kauhaha due up for the Sweets in the second. 2-1 pitch is a called strike, breaking ball. And the count is now 2-2 with 2 outs in the inning. It's Kids Day here in Walla Walla. And the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Strikeout number 4 for the Gray Wolves and Nick Scheidler here in the game. As the Gray Wolves will come back out. Chris Brown coming back out for the Gray Wolves. You're listening to Gresham Gray Wolves Baseball. 1-1 ball game here in Walla Walla on Gray Wolves Live.
Turn a double play with your Gresham Gray Wolves by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner, contact the Gray Wolves at 503-428-5248. Again, that's 503-428-5248. Your partnership with the Gray Wolves will be a howl of a good time.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Osland Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
So Friday night I'm up there.
1-2 count.
And the fireworks start off. And I go, yep.
1-2 pitches swung on and missed. After the first pitch from Brown was swung on and missed, the next pitch was low for ball number 1. Once one pitch was fouled off, and the 1-2 pitch was swung on and missed, and that's the first out of the inning. Chris Brown's second strikeout of the game. And that brings up Chris McCready. McCready playing in right field tonight for the Sweets.
Even when you buy something, that doesn't come
Went 2 for 4 last night and a 5-2 win for the Sweets. First pitch to McCready is a ball outside for ball number 1.
Dick looked good.
1-0 pitch is fouled off. Pulled down the first baseline into the Grey Wolves dugout. McCready hitting .210 on the season.
They'll be here later, 8 o'clock.
Coming into the game, into the series, the Grey Wolves were hitting .245 as a team. The Sweets were hitting .234. The 1-1 pitch is skied into left field. Shallow left field is foul territory, and Connor Zickafoose is underneath it, fighting off the sunlight, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, number 5, Kobe Kauhaha.
Kobe Kauhaha now up, hitting .247 on the season. Played shortstop last night. He's at third base tonight. Kobe Kauhaha out of Yorba Linda, California. Going to play his sophomore year at Cal State Fullerton. First pitch is going to be on the outside part of the plate for strike number 1 to number 5, Kobe Kauhaha. The 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball, and that one's going to be a called ball. That one looked really good there from Chris Brown. As a strikeout to Nick Nyquist looked farther outside and high than that one. 1-1 pitch is bunted at, but they're going to say he did not go. 2-1 count now.
Tired, would you? Stay up all night or what? So why are you tired? Yeah.
2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled out of play here into the concrete seating down the first baseline.
That's what mine does.
The sun setting behind the first base dugout, perpendicular to the sun. As Chris Brown gets a 2-2 pitch choice, and it's going to be swung on and missed in the dirt. But the umpire's going to say Carroll caught it in the air, and that's going to be strikeout number 2 and strikeout number 3 for the game. Here as the Grey Wolves and Chris Brown set the Walla Walla Sweets down in order, and we'll head to the third inning. Still a tie ball game here on Grey Wolves Live.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
Turn a double play with the Gresham Grey Wolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner of the Gresham Grey Wolves during their inaugural season, contact Derek Hargett at 503-890-8827 for more information. Again, that number is 503-890-8827. Your partnership with the Gresham Grey Wolves will be a howlin' time.
Pack the park at Osland Field. The Grey Wolves are hosting the Bend Elks from Friday, August 5th through Sunday, August 7th. Fans can get $5 general admission tickets or $7 reserved seats all series long for the last West Coast League regular season series of the year. Just send an email to jerry@greshamgraywolves.com.
Dylan Doherty now into the batter's box for the Grey Wolves. As Dylan Doherty will look to put the last at-bat behind him, striking out, looking on a breaking ball in the inner part of the plate for strikeout number 1 of 4 for the Grey Wolves so far tonight. Grey Wolves struck out 17 times last night, and the first pitch is outside to Dylan Doherty.
I have a very good skill set. But technologically,
Doherty, Mr. Moneyball, getting on base at a very high percentage, coming into the series with an on-base percentage of .426, and the 1-0 pitch is low for ball number 2. Doherty swinging and fouling off the 2-0 offering into the glove of William McIver, who holds on to it. 2-1 count now to the shortstop from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. And that one's going to be a good fastball with some movement away from the left-hand batter, Doherty, and the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scheidler, an incoming freshman at UCLA, left-handed pitcher, delivers to the left-handed batter, and it's going to be check swing, and Doherty went around on it. Another inside breaking ball that Doherty wasn't able to hold off on. That's strikeout number 5 for the Grey Wolves here in the game.
Number 26, 28, Connor Zickafoos.
That brings up Connor Zickafoos, number 28 for the Grey Wolves. He doubled and scored the only run for the Grey Wolves here tonight. The first pitch he sees is a fastball, and he's going to foul that one out of play over the first base dugout, and that one's going to clatter around in the bleachers and fall down to the ground.
168,000 miles, slightly used. Probably 10 times the hours on it.
So it's an 0-1 count to Connor Zickafoos. And the 0-1 pitch is a slider that slides outside for ball number 1.
Which one?
Connor Zickafoos played for Chapman University down in California, hit .437. And the 1-1 pitch is outside again for ball number 2. Chapman, a Division III program. He was the Rookie of the Year. His average also ranked 2nd in Chapman University history for the Division III program.
You got to have someone to order it from.
He was a 3rd-team All-West region, the only freshman to earn all league recognitions. Ground ball right side, the first baseman gets it, but the throw over to the first baseman, Scheidler, isn't in time and off the bag, and Scheidler is unable to hold on to it, and that's going to be a single for Connor Zickafoos.
It didn't matter because he hit a ground ball.
2 for 2 night so far for Zickafoos, and that brings up Cardinale, the designated hitter for the Grey Wolves.
He can't get it straight up to the third. No, I'm going to stick with it. I think I'm going to stick with Lemonade.
So Cardinale batting again with somebody in scoring position, and that somebody being Connor Zickafoos yet for the 2nd time tonight.
Yeah, a little bit, just tonight.
Zickafoos
Tomorrow will be different.
double and single now in his 2 at-bats. First pitch to Cardinale is inside. Cardinale thought about it, but decided not to swing, checking his swing just in time.
Slave driver of a boss.
Oh, well.
Oh, it is.
On the bright side, Bob, he'll make sure that everything you eat and drink on that sweet spot will be free.
The 1-0 pitch gets away from William McIver, and Connor Zickafoos is going to stand up at second base on a wild pitch.
Right?
Michael Dingillian is going to go out and chat with Scheidler, the pitching coach for the Sweets, pitching coach for Cal Poly San Luis Obispo as well.
But if not, I'll bump him down.
Dingillian will come back to the dugout. No need for the home plate umpire to go break up the tea party out on the mound. And Cardinale will come back into the right-handed batter's box with a 2-0 count. 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Connor Zickafoos looking to score for the 2nd time tonight. Put the Grey Wolves back on top here at Borleski Stadium in Walla Walla. Scheidler looks back at second, delivers home, and that one's going to be in the dirt and smothered by Willie McIver. Willie McIver, the catcher up in University of Washington. Teammates with Jack Johnson, who hit a home run last night. 2 University of Washington players hitting home runs in this series. Jack Johnson redshirting this last year for the University of Washington. The first pitch. The 3-0 pitch to Mark Cardinale is right over the top of the plate for strike number 1. Cardinale getting the red light on that pitch, and he now has a 3-1 count with 1 out. And his runners at scoring position. Scheidler needs to deliver a strike, but he does not, and that's going to put runners at first and second after a 5-pitch walk to Cardinale.
Now batting number 32, Josh Adams.
That brings up Josh Adams, who's tied for the team lead with 2 home runs. Jack Johnson with 2 and Josh Adams with 2.
Like teachers, parents.
Josh Adams at UC Santa Barbara, also known on the team as Mr. Chomaha. And that's a nickname we like to give him. He's got Zick out at second base and Marks at first. The first pitch is going to clip the inner part of the plate, and Josh Adams is going to have a chat again with the home plate umpire. Josh Adams singled back in the first inning with nobody on base. And he moved over to second on a single by Ryan Smith, who's on deck right now. Ryan Smith leads the team in batting average. And Josh Adams has a chance to score a run here on the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, however. And the count is now 0-2 with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Mark Cardinale out of UC Davis at first base. And Zick is at second base. Connor Zickafoos, the third baseman, playing hot corner tonight for the Grey Wolves.
Just evidence. Evidence, brother.
Josh Adams adjusts his helmet, pulls the bill down, swings and grounds one to the right side. Everybody's going to move up a bag, but Josh Adams is going to be out at first base. On a ground out to the first baseman, nonchalantly goes and taps the bag for the first out, but everybody moves up a base.
I got a dark, I got black hair, jet black hair, baby.
Now it's all gray.
Oh, yeah, that's what happened. You wait. Years will be.
Ryan Smith now up. And any base hit would score a run.
That's right. What's your
A
net?
ball on a gap would score 2.
Min.
Ryan Smith with speed, the center fielder for the Grey Wolves at Southern Illinois University.
Did you see this picture I sent?
First pitch he sees is going to be low. They're going to appeal to the field umpire. He's going to say he did not go, and Ryan Smith now has a 1-0 count. 3 incoming freshman pitchers for the Walla Walla Sweets this series, all of them left-handed pitchers.
You asked, you share with you. More ways than
As the
one.
1-0 pitch is going to be a called strike on the outer part of the plate, knee high for strike number 1. Ryan Smith with runners at second and third. Mark Cardinale at second base and Zick at third. The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball. It looked low, but it's going to be a called strike. The count is now 1-2. Breaking balls working very well for Walla Walla Sweets pitchers this series.
Remember this?
Chris Murphy's breaking ball last game, a knee-buckling curveball after throwing 93 to 95 all night. After would drop curveballs in there and keep the Grey Wolves batters off balance all night. 1-2 pitch is in the dirt. McIver down to his knees to keep it in front of him, and the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners at first, second, and third. Nobody at first base. After
I asked if he was starting to wear pinstripes.
2 singles, and the count's now 3-0. 3-2, excuse me. Zickafu singling in the third, and now Cardinale's at second base after a walk. Both runners moved up on a ground out by Josh Adams. And Ryan Smith now has a full count with 2 outs in the inning. The delivery from the lefty swung on and missed by Ryan Smith. And that's the second strikeout of the inning, and that's 6 for Scheidler in the game. Grey Wolves leave 2 base runners. And the Grey Wolves couldn't score a run there with runners in scoring position. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust, and all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, weasels, or other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford. We'll all donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum ba dum bum bum bum.
Pack the park at Osland Field. The Grey Wolves are hosting the Bend Elks from Friday, August 5th through Sunday, August 7th. Fans can get $5 general admission tickets or $7 reserved seats all series long for the last West Coast League regular season series of the year. Just send an email to Jerry at GreshamGreyWolves.com to receive your Pack the Park voucher to bring to the Osland Field game.
Chris Brown is back out on the mound for the Grey Wolves. And he'll face off against the shortstop Ben Baird, the left fielder Connor Doyle, and second baseman Jaron Duran due up for the Sweets here in the third. Still a tie ball game after both runs being scored in the first. Connor Zickafu with a 1-out double, scoring on a wild pitch and an E2. First pitch to Ben Baird is laced into right field, and the speedy Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. is there to snag it. Looking like a double. Therefore, Baird was hauled in by the right fielder from Cal for out number 1. That brings up Connor Doyle.
That's hilarious. She got roasted.
Connor Doyle 0 for 3 last night. 0 for 4, excuse me, after he came up in the 8th and was the third out of the inning. The first pitch to Doyle is outside for ball number 1.
Oh gosh, this is gonna be on a water polo.
The 1-0 pitch is a called strike from Chris Brown. Chris Brown is not the singer and songwriter that you think he is. He's a pitcher from UC Davis, and he pitches for the Grey Wolves. A great breaking ball there from Brown, and that's a 1-2 count now. After this, the curveball clipped the outer part of the plate. And he's now got a 1-2 pitch. He throws another breaking ball, and this one's going to be drifting into shallow right field. Jordan Barkas has a beat on it quickly out from second base, and he's got the pop-up, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, number 17, Jaron Duran.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Sweets. Jaron Duran now up. Duran, the second baseman for the Sweets. As he'll take his time, the left-handed batter getting into the batter's box. Left-handed pitcher Chris Brown looking to face off against left-handed batter Jaron Duran. First pitch to Duran is swung on and missed. Chris Brown working very quickly on the mound, not giving the batters for Walla Walla any time to get too much mental time in the batter's box. As soon as both hands are on the bat, Chris Brown's moving on the mound. The 0-1 pitch is skied in deep left field. Josh Adams is underneath it, pitches his tent, and makes a catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down here in the inning. 2 flyouts and a pop-up. Record 3 outs in the inning for Chris Brown in the third. We'll head to the fourth. Still 1-1 here on Grey Wolves Live.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Osland Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
Turn a double play with your Gresham Grey Wolves by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner, contact the Grey Wolves at 503-428-5248. Again, that's 503-428-5248. Your partnership with the Grey Wolves will be a howl of a good time.
Turn a double play with the Gresham Grey Wolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner of the Gresham Grey Wolves during their inaugural season, contact Derek Hargett at 503-890-8827 for more information. Again, that number is 503-890-8827. Your partnership with the Gresham Grey Wolves will be a howlin' time.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry,
Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. now up for the Grey Wolves here. 1-1 deadlock here in the fourth. Still 90 degrees here in Walla Walla. The wind is blowing from right to left now. There was no wind earlier in the evening. And the first pitch to Mitchell Jr. is on the outer part of the plate for strike number 1. Nick Scheidler still on the mound for the Walla Walla Sweets. And Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. chops one down the third baseline that stays foul. And the count is now 0-2 to the right fielder from Cal Berkeley. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. playing in 27 games for the Golden Bears. The 0-2 pitch stays up. A close pitch there for Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. And the count's now 1-2. 1-2 pitch, slapped left side. Kauhaha there, gets it, throws over to first base just in time to get Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. And he'll head back to the dugout here after the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 21, Curtis Drew.
Drew Curtis.
Drew Curtis now into the batter's box. He struck out in his first at-bat. Now he's back in the second inning. Now in the fourth, looks at a first pitch strike on the outer part of the plate. 2 pitches on the outer part of the plate for Scheidler here for the first pitch of the inning, of the at-bat. Both to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. and Drew Curtis. Breaking ball on the outer part of the plate for strike number 2 there. 0-2 now, quickly to the first baseman, Drew Curtis. 1 out, nobody on. The 0-2 pitch is another breaking ball. This one is going to be grounded to the third baseman again, Kauhaha. This time makes a throw to first base with a lot more time to get Drew Curtis, and Curtis is out on another ground out to the third baseman. 2 ground outs to third base.
Jordan Barkis.
Are the 2 outs in the inning. That brings up the second baseman, Jordan Barkis, who grounded out to second in his first at-bat, back in the second inning as well. Grey Wolves went down in order in the second inning. The 7, 8, 9 batters batting in the second. First pitch to Barkis is a breaking ball on the inner part of the plate. Left-handed pitcher Nick Scheidler really utilizing the right side of the plate from the catcher's point of view. The 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball swung on and missed. 5 straight breaking balls from Scheidler here in the inning. 0-2 pitch, 2 outs. Scheidler comes set, delivers. This one's another breaking ball. This one's grounded right at the third baseman. He'll take it himself, and that's 3 up, 3 down yet again. For the bottom of the order for the Grey Wolves, you're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball in a 1-1 tie here in Walla Walla on Grey Wolves Live.
It's time to gear up. Visit the Grey Wolves team store during your next visit to Osland Field. Hats, hoodies, and shirts in different styles, colors, and logos to show your support of Gresham's team. We have a huge selection of Grey Wolves gear available online as well. Just visit GreshamGreyWolves.com to pick up your favorite gear and wear it to the next Grey Wolves game at Osland Field. That's the team store at GreshamGreyWolves.com. Gear up!
It's a howlin' good time down at the Lucky Pint, where we have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pint is the home of Gresham Grey Wolves, where we honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list, and then come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, your locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Follow your Gresham Grey Wolves on social media. The Grey Wolves are active on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Gresham G Wolves. Follow your favorite West Coast League baseball team at home, on the road, and in the community. Behind-the-scenes access, photos from the ballpark, video recaps, and more, all at your fingertips. That's at Gresham G Wolves on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Chris Brown back on the hill for the Grey Wolves here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Grey Wolves going 3 up, 3 down in the fourth. And Chris Brown set the Walla Walla Sweets down 1, 2, 3 in the third. All 3 air outs for the Sweets. 2 flyouts to the outfield and a pop-up to the second baseman. It's a 1-1 ball game here in Walla Walla. Fletcher like here calling the action. As the first pitch from Brown is shown bunt by Nick Vigo, but he pulled it back as the ball was in the other batter's box. Right-handed batter Nick Vigo facing off against left-handed pitcher Chris Brown. Brown will deliver. 1-0 pitches laced just past the glove of Connor Zikafus, and Nick Vigo is 2 for 2 tonight with 2 singles. That brings up William McIver, who homered back in the first inning, a solo shot to left center field. William McIver could have hit a 2-run homer, but Nick Vigo was caught stealing after he left on first movement from left-handed pitcher Chris Brown. Chris Brown threw over to first base. Drew Curtis then threw it to Dylan Doherty. Dylan Doherty applied the tag for out number 2. The first pitch to William McIver is a breaking ball. That's going to slice over the outer part of the plate for strike number 1. Chris Brown throws over to first base there just to keep Nick Vigo thinking about it. And the count is 0-1. There's no outs in the inning. William McIver, the second batter. Nick Vigo, the first batter, and he's on first base after a single. Breaking ball skied into center field. Ryan Smith gets underneath it, makes the catch, and he's going to try to backpick Vigo at first base. Drew Curtis quickly off the bag to keep that one from getting out of play, and Matt Caro, the catcher, was backing up the throw just in case. There's 2 outs now as Nick Nyquist will step into the batter's box. Nyquist homered last night. A 2-run homer in the 7th. Gave the Walla Walla Sweet some insurance runs late in the ball game. Vigo takes off. The throw from Caro is not in time. The tag applied by Jordan Barkis, but Nick Vigo gets in there with a stolen base. One-0 count now with a runner at second base, Nick Vigo after a stolen base. William McIver flied out to center, and Nick Nyquist is going to fly out to the right fielder, Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. on the first pitch after the stolen base.
Number 33, Cole Rutherford.
That brings up Cole Rutherford, the designated hitter who struck out back in the second inning. He led things off in the second. But Chris Brown set down the lineup in order in the second and the third. This is the first base runner for the Walla Walla Sweet since the first inning. Chris Brown looking back at Vigo at second base. Ground ball on the breaking ball right back at Brown. He'll overhand toss it to Drew Curtis, and that's out number 3 here as the Grey Wolves and Chris Brown get out of the 4th inning with no damage done. Going through the heart of the lineup, Chris Brown dealing so far for the Grey Wolves. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball, still in a 1-1 tie here in Walla Walla.
Turn a double play with your Gresham Grey Wolves by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner, contact the Grey Wolves at 503-428-5248. Again, that's 503-428-5248. Your partnership with the Grey Wolves will be a howl of a good time.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
It's a howlin' good time down at the Lucky Pint, where we have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pint is the home of Gresham Grey Wolves, where we honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list, and then come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, your locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
It's time to gear up. Visit the Grey Wolves team store during your next visit to Osland Field. Hats, hoodies.
Cairo.
Matt Caro, Dylan Doherty, and Connor Zickafoos due up for the Grey Wolves in the inning. Grey Wolves and Sweet still tied at 1 apiece. Here as Chris Brown has settled down since a solo home run by William McIver. A check swing from Matt Carroll fouls one down the line. The catcher, William McIver, grabs it, but they're going to say it was a foul ball. It looked pretty good bouncing off the white chalk. Matt Carroll getting away with one there. Luckily for the Grey Wolves, and he gets to see extra pitches. The 0-1 pitch is outside for ball number 1. It's 1-1 now to the Grey Wolves catcher, Matt Caro. The 1-1 pitch from Scheidler is going to be a called strike, knee high. Good pitch there from Scheidler. Matt Caro deciding to lay off of it. Caro is 6'2", junior at Columbia University. 1-2 pitch stays outside, and that's going to make the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dylan Doherty on deck with 2 strikeouts tonight, looking to change his own fate here in the 5th. Connor Zickafoos is due up as well. He's in the hole. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Matt Caro checking his swing on the ball in the dirt. And appeal down to the umpire at first base, says he didn't go. And Walla Sweets are asking for an appeal on just about everything here for the Grey Wolves, looking for strike calls any way they can get them. Pleading. And 3-2 pitch is inside for ball number 4, and Matt Caro's aboard with a walk. His first time on base tonight. Dylan Doherty looking to do the same, getting on base for the first time tonight for him. That would be beneficial for the Grey Wolves. Dylan Doherty, the shortstop out of Cal Poly, the left-handed batter, facing off against Nick Scheidler for the 3rd time in the game. Scheidler will deliver home after a high leg kick and a look over at first base in his delivery. 1-0 pitch is going to be thrown over to first base. No throw home. And the count's now 1-0 still. After a check over to first base for Matt Caro. He's got a big lead at first base. Pitch out, and the throw back to first base is not in time to get Caro. He's got a big lead as the cutout of the grass perpendicular to the foul ball line is about 10 feet, and Caro's right foot is on that line, and then there's an angled cutout that continues back towards the cutout that's parallel with the bag. The 2-0 pitch stays outside, and that's going to be 3-0. The left-handed pitcher Scheidler now in a 3-0 hole to the Grey Wolves shortstop Dylan Doherty. The 3-0 pitch is a called strike, belt high, right down the middle for strike number 1. Dylan Doherty not swinging at the pitch, making the incoming freshman Scheidler work. Scheidler looking over at Caro a long time, and the 3-1 pitch is skied down the third baseline. Kauhaha getting underneath it, fighting off the sun and making the catch for out number 1. Here's Dylan Doherty's now 0 for 3 tonight. That'll bring up Connor Zikafus, who's 2 for 2 tonight with a single and a double.
Hitting for the Grey
He
Wolves from Columbia University, number 26, Brett Ganaway.
PA announcer announcing Brett Ganaway. Ganaway is not pinch hitting, he's a pitcher. This is Connor Zikafus with an open stance, batting from the left-hand side, and he's going to swing at the first pitch he sees, but he's not going to get a piece of it. There's an 0-1 count now to the third baseman for the Grey Wolves. Scheidler giving a long look over at first base to Caro. And Connor Zikafus was going to sky one down the line. And the shortstop is going to get there. Ben Baird making the catch for out number 2. And it sounded like a little bit of a broken bat there for Connor Zikafus, tossing his bat in disgust on the hit. That didn't fall for a hit. It fell for an out. That brings up Mark Cardinale. With 2 outs in the inning, Matt Carroll's at first base after a leadoff walk. Josh Adams on deck. Cardinale is 0 for 1 tonight. He walked back in the 3rd inning. And the first pitch to the UC Davis designated hitter is a called strike on the outer part of the plate. Another long look from Scheidler over to first base. He hasn't thrown over since the first pickoff attempt to first base with a 1-0 count to Dylan Doherty. And another pitch out makes the count 1-1. Trying to get outs as any way they can. The Walla Walla Sweets delivery home. Outside again. 2-1 count now to Cardinale for the Grey Wolves. Delivery home, the 2-1 pitch, low for ball number 3, and Cardinale is a pitch away from a walk. Scheidler getting his signs from Willie McIver. McIver going to be a sophomore at the University of Washington. Scheidler going to be a freshman at UCLA. Breaking ball, strike number 2 from Scheidler. Five Pac-12 players for the Sweets, and the full count pitch is in the dirt, and Cardinale is going to get aboard on a walk, and that's runners at first and second, both via walks.
You know where I'm at, Ray.
So Josh Adams steps up to the plate with runners at first and second.
Good for old people like us who can chew better.
Both base runners have reached via walk, both on full count pitches. First pitch to Josh Adams is going to move from right to left over the plate for strike number 1, and Josh Adams is going to ask the home plate umpire about that pitch, shake his head nod his head in agreement, say okay, and then get back in the batter's box and get ready for the 0-1 offering from Nick Scheidler. The delivery swung on, high bouncer, just fouled down the first baseline. And everybody will go back to their respective bases, touch the bag to make sure that they've reset. And Josh Adams will step back into the batter's box with a 0-2 count now. 0-2 count. 2 outs, runners at first and second base. 1-1 ball game here in the top of the 5th inning. And delivery from Scheidler is up high. A back pick to first base, and they're going to call him safe, but it didn't look like Cardinale had gotten his hand back to the bag. It looked like he had about 6 inches, but didn't look like the tag was applied either. So it's a 2-2 count now after a little bit of a pitch out there and an attempted back pick by William McIver to get Cardinale at first base. First baseman Nick Nyquist playing behind the runner, about 10 feet behind the runner. And the delivery is a breaking ball in the dirt. Everybody will retreat back to their base. And the count is now full. Excuse me, the count is 2-2 now. After the 0-2 pitch was an attempted pitch out, back picked first, and that ball in the dirt made the count 2-2. Josh Adams, a patient batter, not giving away pitches, and he's going to swing and miss at a breaking ball in the dirt. William McIver grabs the ball out of the dirt, tags Josh Adams, and that's out number 3 after the strikeout. And we'll head back to the bottom of the 5th inning after a short break. You're listening to Gresham Gray Wolves Baseball. Ball game is still tied 1-1 here in Walla Walla.
Turn a double play with the Gresham Gray Wolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner of the Gresham Gray Wolves during their inaugural season, contact Derek Hargett at 503-890-8827 for more information. Again, that number is 503-890-8827. Your partnership with the Gresham Gray Wolves will be a howling time.
Pack the park at Osland Field. The Gray Wolves are hosting the Bend Elks from Friday, August 5th through Sunday, August 7th. Fans can get $5 general admission tickets or $7 reserved seats all series long for the last West Coast League regular season series of the year. Just send an email to jerry@greshamgraywolves.com to receive your Pack the Park voucher to bring to the Osland Field gate. For more details, visit greshamgraywolves.com.
Bum ba da dum da da dum. You are in a quest full of danger and excitement.
Chris Brown is back out for the bottom of the 5th inning here in Walla Walla. It's still a tie ball game. Both runs being scored in the 1st inning for the Sweets and the Gray Wolves. Solo shot in the bottom of the 1st for William McIver. And a double for Connor Zickafoos with nobody on and 1 out. Got him to second base, and then Zick then moved over to third base on a wild pitch and scored on a throwing error by William McIver. William McIver essentially having a play on every single scoring run in the game, scoring himself and scoring Connor Zickafoos on a throwing error.
Next Sunday.
2-seam fastball from Chris Brown.
Yep.
The left-handed pitcher to the left-handed batter, Chris McCready.
We'll be there tomorrow. If you
Here's a strike. Moves back towards the pitcher, or the batter. And another fastball down the middle of the plate for strike number 2. McCready wants that pitch back as that one was right down the middle. A good pitch from Brown.
92.
McCready unable to get the bat off of the shoulder. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, swung on and fouled back.
Not like me.
Still an 0-2 count.
Not like me and Ray. We're young there. How old are you now? Go ahead, make me feel bad. 106 is inaccurate.
Brown will deliver home, swung on, another slider, breaking ball. Sky deep into right field, and Jeffrey Minto Jr. quickly underneath it, makes the grab with 2 hands, and throws the ball into Jordan Barkas for out number 1.
Now batting, number 5, Kobe Kauhaha.
6'5".
That'll bring up Kobe Kauhaha.
53.
For another 12 days.
He's my age, another 12 days. That makes me feel like bad, man.
Yep.
Be my age, brother.
I was a youngster in the class. Well, yeah, no.
First pitch
I turned 18 chill this summer.
to Kobe Kauhaha is a fastball on the other part of the plate for strike number 1.
I
I got 3 more months till I turn
I
54.
turned 18 in August after that. I was a young player.
I'm only about 3.5 months behind you then, Ralph.
Yeah.
7 air outs for Chris Brown in the evening. And the 0-1 pitch is fouled out of play. And the quick count is quickly 0-2. 2 ground outs
He had his driver's license
for Chris Brown and a caught stealing. 3 strikeouts are the outs for
Well, the drawback of that is really I was a younger kid.
Chris Brown.
I'd have loved to have turned around and had another year.
Chris Brown delivers another breaking ball. It's looped down the line. Drew Curtis athletically moving backpedaling, then deciding to turn and run head first, and he makes a catch in fair territory down the line for out number 2. Another air out for Chris Brown.
Try hanging around your Colt.
That'll bring up Ben Baird, who flew out to right field back in the 3rd inning.
Well, splurge. Go splurge, Cody. Spend another quarter.
First pitch to Ben Baird is a ball. The first pitch ball of the inning from Chris Brown.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be there by about 10:30.
Brown will deliver home. A good breaking ball there
I might be Anthony there.
from Chris Brown. Sneaks over the plate for strike number 1, and the count's 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs in the inning. Fastball swung on, and it's going to be a foul ball.
Blew it, bounced right over the plate.
And Mutz is not happy about that one. He's the third base coach for the Swedes.
Because he might have got thrown out.
And he's going to have a chat with the home plate umpire. The home plate umpire is going to go out and talk to Mutz. Mutz is going to point on the ground. The home plate umpire is going to shake his head.
He might have done him a favor. He probably would have been thrown out. That was a dirty look he gave the dugout.
Yeah,
someone said something.
Yeah.
And the count is now 1-2 after the foul ball by Ben Baird. Connor Zickafoos grabbed that one with his body in foul territory as the ball was bouncing from fair to foul and unable to determine that one there. And that's going to be strike number 3. And the umpire doesn't punch him out. Lost the count there. It was a 1-2 count, and he's called a strike as if it was a normal strike. So no emphatic strikeout there, but it doesn't matter. It's still a strikeout. Chris Brown gets out of the inning, 3 up, 3 down for the 3rd time tonight. We're heading to the 6th inning with a tie ball game here in Walla Walla. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Osland Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark. Follow your Gresham Grey Wolves on social media. The Grey Wolves are active on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Gresham G Wolves. Follow your favorite West Coast League baseball team at home, on the road, and in the community. Behind-the-scenes access, photos from the ballpark, video recaps, and more, all at your fingertips. That's at Gresham G Wolves on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
Ryan Smith now into the batter's box for the Gray Wolves. Center fielder from Southern Illinois University. He'll be the first batter here in the 6th. And if you're following Point Streak, Brett Ganaway did not pinch hit for Connor Zickafoos. The number on the left sleeve of Zickafoos is a 28. It looks like a 26 from a distance. And the PA announcer calling it as Brett Ganaway pinch hitting. It'll be adjusted as soon as possible. Quickly caught by the media relations team for the Sweets. First pitch that Ryan Smith sees, he laces into left field, and that's going to be a single here to lead off the inning. Quickly for the Gresham Gray Wolves, getting a guy on base. And a quick single to the new pitcher. That new pitcher is number 46, Grant Ford, out of the University of Nevada.
Well, make the call right, you won't have that problem. Make the
Now
call wrong and
batting,
get
number
upset that they're
6,
on you about it.
Jeffrey Mitchell.
That brings up Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., who's 0 for 2 tonight. Flew out to right field in the first and grounded out to third base in the 4th. First pitch to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. is a called strike from Grant Ford. Grant Ford going to be a freshman at the University of Nevada. As he'll deliver, Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. will show bunt. It'll be pulled back, and they're going to throw over to first base, but the tag was not applied. The throw was in time, but Nyquist was away from the bag and unable to apply the tag. It's going to be a called strike, and the count's going to be 0-2 now. Grant Ford with a 6.75 ERA in 5 appearances. Deliveries 0-2 pitches fouled off. 6.2 innings pitched total. For the pitcher out of San Jose, California. He'll come set and deliver home. The ball gets away from the catcher, William McIver, and Ryan Smith is going to get into second base easily. He'll slide, but the throw from William McIver is not in time, even though the ball was just a few feet away from home plate. It's going to go down as a pass ball as William McIver gets caught sleeping there by the pitch. 1-2 count now. The delivery from Grant Ford is swung on and missed. The second strikeout.
That is strikeout number
Excuse me, the
8
first
for your
strikeout
Walla Walla Sweets.
for Jeffrey Mitchell Jr.
Now batting, number 21, Curtis Drew.
The 8th strikeout of the game for the Gray Wolves. That brings up Drew Curtis. Drew Curtis is 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out in the second, grounded out to third base in the 4th. And he's got a runner in scoring position and can change the ball game here as there's been 5 innings of scoreless baseball. Check swing, ground ball right back to the pitcher, and he's going to throw over to first base for the out. Grant Ford getting 1 pitch and 1 out there to Drew Curtis.
Now batting, number 5, Jordan Barkis.
That'll bring up Jordan Barkis. Jordan Barkis is 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded out twice, playing second base. Left-handed batter against right-handed pitcher. So righty on lefty matchup. And this one's going to get away from William McIver again. This one's going to bounce in front of him, and Ryan Smith quickly gets to third base on a wild pitch. Ball bounced before the glove. And William McIver couldn't find that one after it bounced off of his shin guards. So Ryan Smith has moved himself into third base and is 90 feet away from breaking this 1-1 deadlock. It's been 1-1 since the first inning. 4 2/3 innings played of tie baseball. 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Oh, 2 outs. Runner at third base. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. striking out, and Jordan Barkus now striking out as well. That's 2 strikeouts in the game, in the inning. 9 strikeouts total for the Gray Wolves in this game, and we'll head to the 6th inning with the Gray Wolves with no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Still tied 1-1 here in Walla Walla. You're listening to Gresham Gray Wolves Baseball on Gray Wolves Live.
Trying to double play with your Gresham Gray Wolves by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner, contact the Gray Wolves at 503-428-5248. Again, that's 503-428-5248. Your partnership with the Gray Wolves will be a howl of a good time.
It's time to gear up. Visit the Gray Wolves team store during your next visit to Osland Field. Hats, hoodies, and shirts in different styles, colors, and logos to show your support of Gresham's team. We have a huge selection of Gray Wolves gear available online as well. Just visit GreshamGrayWolves.com to pick up your favorite gear and wear it to the next Gray Wolves game at Osland Field. That's the team store at GreshamGrayWolves.com. Gear up!
Pack the park at Osland Field. The Gray Wolves are hosting the Bend Elks from Friday, August 5th through Sunday, August 7th. Fans can get $5 general admission tickets or $7 reserved seats all series long for the last West Coast League regular season series of the year. Just send an email to Jerry at GreshamGrayWolves.com to receive your Pack the Park voucher to bring to the Osland Field gate. For more details, visit GreshamGrayWolves.com.
It's a howlin' good time down at the Lucky Pint, where we have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, Fishbowl Friday.
Connor Doyle up for the Sweets here in the 6th inning. Connor Doyle is 0 for 1 tonight, only his second at bat. And Chris Brown back out for the 6th. The first pitch is low, and that's ball number 1 to the left fielder, Connor Doyle. Connor Doyle, also out of University of San Diego. One of 3 players from USD. And the 1-0 pitch is outside for ball number 2. Here to the number 9 batter for the Sweets. Sweets. Connor Doyle grounds one left side. A diving effort by Connor Zickafoos, and it's going to be an out at first base. A fantastic diving play at the hot corner by Connor Zickafoos, and Connor Zickafoos is having a day. Fantastic defense by Connor Zickafoos, and he's 2 for 3 tonight with a double and a run scored.
Jared Duran.
Connor Zickafoos playing fantastic defense over at third base tonight, and is hitting 2 for 3 tonight. And if he can continue doing that, Gray Wolves will take it, hitting in the 2-hole tonight. Zickafoos quickly down the line on a bunt attempt by Jaron Duran. This one's going to be gathered up by Chris Brown, who falls to the left if you're looking at him from behind the plate. The bunt was to the first base bag. Chris Brown collects it and throws over to first base, and that's going to be out number 2. As Jaron Duran was bunting for a base hit there. Chris Brown has made quick work. He's got 5 2/3 innings pitched. He's only allowed 3 hits. 1 run. It was a home run back in the first inning, and he struck out 4. First pitch to Nick Vigo is swung on and missed. Low in the zone for strike number 1. So it's 0-1 now. Chris Brown, the lefty, working to the right-handed Vigo, and he's going to get jammed and foul this one onto the concrete concourse down the first baseline. And the count's going to be 0-2 now. Chris Brown pitching very well here in the game. And if he can continue his dominance, don't be surprised if he comes out for the 7th. There's no movement in the Grey Wolves bullpen. 0-2 pitch is going to be outside for ball number 1. It looked pretty good from up here, but the catcher, Caro, blocking the view of the outer part of the plate, and it's going to stay outside for ball number 1. 1-2 count, 2 outs in the inning. Chris Brown working quickly delivers, and that one's going to be even farther outside for ball number 2. Chris Brown getting the signs from Caro, delivers a slider. It's going to be a backdoor slider swung on and skied into left field. Josh Adams gets underneath it, and that's out number 3 here in the inning. We'll head to the 7th inning with still a tie ball game. It's 1-1, both runs being scored in the first. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Osland Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
Bum ba dum dum da dum dum. You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust, and all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, weasels, or other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford. We'll all donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum ba dum bum bum bum.
Turn a double play with the Gresham Grey Wolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner of the Gresham Grey Wolves during their inaugural season,
Matt Caro, Dylan Doherty, and Connor Zickafoos due up for the Grey Wolves here in the 7th. Grant Ford delivering to Matt Caro. He's going to slap one deep in the left hole, and Caro's going to get on base with a single, a second time on base for the catcher out of Columbia University. He's 1 for 2 tonight.
The thirsty batter, number 2, Dylan Doherty.
Dylan Doherty is 0 for 3 tonight, the shortstop. He's going to go and chat with Justin Barkus, the manager and third base coach for the Grey Wolves. And there might be a sacrifice bunt on here for Dylan Doherty, who's 0 for 3 tonight, and he doesn't want to strike out again. Neither do the Grey Wolves. The Grey Wolves don't want him to strike out again. They want him to put it in play. He's clutch. He had a couple clutch base hits and RBIs back against Corvallis, and the Grey Wolves are looking to do the same thing here in the bottom of the top of the 7th. Bunt shown, and it's going to stay outside, but it's going to be a called strike for strike number 1. Grant Ford will look over and deliver over to first base quickly. The throw back from Nick Nyquist is high and behind the mound. Ford has to jump backwards and up to catch that one from Norco, California. Bunt down the first baseline. Grant Ford gets it and underhand shovel passes it to Nick Nyquist at first base for out number 1. And Matt Caro moves up on the bunt.
Now batting, number 26, Connor Zickafoos.
That'll bring up Connor Zickafoos, the hot bat tonight at hot corner. He's 2 for 3 with a double back in the first. He scored the only run for the Grey Wolves, and William McIver will go and chat with the pitcher, Grant Ford. Grant Ford has given up 2 hits. The Grey Wolves have 6 total. They haven't committed an error. The line score out in left field says 1-6-0 on top, 1-3-1 on the bottom. 1 run for both teams. 6 hits for the Grey Wolves, 3 for the Sweets, and an error for Sweets as well. Ford will deliver home, and it's going to be up just above the belt for ball number 1. One 0 pitch is outside low for ball number 2. And Connor Zickafoos now has a 2-0 count. 2-0 count. Matt Carroll will go back at second base, and this pitch is going to be up at the shoulders for ball number 3. And Grant Ford doesn't look like he's really trying to pitch to Connor Zickafoos. Doesn't want an earned run on his stat line. But a walk isn't necessarily good either. And 3-0 pitch is going to be called a strike. That one looked pretty low there. Fans liking that call. Connor Zickafoos was walking towards first base already. And the count is now 3-1. Zickafoos with a slightly open stance from the left-hand side. Looks at the Grant Ford, and he's going to walk down to first base with a 4-pitch walk. 5-pitch walk. 4-pitch walk.
Now batting, number 25.
After 5 pitches, Connor Zickafoos is at first base on a walk. And that brings up Mark Cardinale, who has 2 walks so far this game, both of them at the hands of Nick Scheidler. He struck out in the first, 0 for 1 today. The first pitch to Mark Cardinale is outside for ball number 1. Connor Zickafoos is hitting .304 today. 2 for 3 today, and he's over 304 for the season. 1-0 pitch is really close to hitting Cardinale. He turns away from that pitch, and the count is now 2-0. Zickafoos and Ryan Smith both 2 for 3 tonight. Zickafoos has reached base 3 times. Ryan Smith has reached base twice. Another pitch inside from Grant Ford makes the count 3-0 to Cardinale, and he's in danger of walking Cardinale and loading the bases. A walk to Cardinale would bring up Josh Adams. There's 1 out in the inning. Kobe Kauhaha goes out and talks to Nick Scheidler. Excuse me, Grant Ford. And he'll get the pitch from William McIver. Cardinale will wait for the pitch, and he'll look that one into the glove. And a called strike, making Ford pitch to him, the incoming freshman at University of Nevada. Going to be a senior is Mark Cardinale. And he's going to lace one up the middle, and Matt Carroll's going to be waved around third base to throw home up the line, and not in time to get Matt Carroll at home, sliding in on his side, and that's now going to look like it's going to be a mound visit after the Grey Wolves make this a 2-1 ball game.
What's up with Moose doing that stuff? Moose.
So the 3-1 pitch to Cardinale gets laced back up the middle, And the throw from Nick Vigo is not in time. There's going to be a pitching change. And it's going to be Nick Vigo. There was nobody moving in the bullpen, and that's why I thought there wasn't going to be a pitching change, as Frank Mutz goes out to the mound and makes the change. So we'll see how they change defensively, as a new defensive player will come into the game.
We got a defensive change for the Walla Walla Swedes. Now playing center field, number 30, Jordan Morrow. Now pitching, number 28,
Defensively,
Nick Vigo.
It's going to be Jordan Mero from Sherman Oaks, California. He's going to be a redshirt freshman at UCLA. And Nick Vigo from Cal State Monterey Bay will be the pitcher. We'll take a short break and then come back to talk about Nick Vigo's pitching stats and how the batting lineup changes as well here, as Vigo's now on the mound. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball. Grey Wolves lead 2-1.
Follow your Gresham Grey Wolves on social media. The Grey Wolves are active on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Gresham G Wolves. Follow your favorite West Coast League baseball team at home, on the road, and in the community. Behind-the-scenes access, photos from the ballpark, video recaps, and more, all at your fingertips. That's at Gresham G Wolves on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Bum, ba-da-dum, da-da-dum. You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust, and all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford. We'll all donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum ba dum bum bum bum.
Josh Adams is now in the batter's box for the Grey Wolves. And Nick Vigo will be on the mound, and he'll deliver a first pitch ball to Josh Adams. Vigo has pitched 14 1/3 innings in 9 games. He has a 6.90 ERA. And Josh Adams has runners at first and second. And the 1-0 pitch is going to be a ball as well. And that makes the count 2-0 with 1 out in the inning, runners at first and second. And the score is now 2-1 after a single by Mark Cardinale, who scored Caro from second base.
Oh, I will do that? I will go find it. Okay, sorry about that.
2-0 pitch stays low, and the count is now 3-0 from Nick Vigo to Josh Adams. And Josh Adams will most likely get a hold sign here with a 3-0 count, not giving Nick Vigo anything here, the left-handed pitcher will deliver home. And it's going to be a 4-pitch walk to Josh Adams, and that loads the bases for Ryan Smith.
Now batting, number 13, Ryan Smith.
Ryan Smith singled back in the 6th inning. He got to third base on a pass ball and a wild pitch, but was stranded there. The bases are loaded now, and there's 1 out. Vigo could get out of this without any runs on a double play ball. Ryan Smith will look to do anything but put the ball on the ground directly at a defensive player. First pitch to Ryan Smith. Clips the outer part of the plate for strike number 1. So it's an 0-1 count with 1 out and the bases are loaded. Slow delivery home with a little bit of a slight slow pause on top for Vigo. Delivers home. So it's a 1-1 count. Ryan Smith looking with the bases loaded, and he'll watch the pitch stay low. And the count's 2-1.
Yeah.
2-1 pitch is swung underneath on the fastball, and the count's 2-2 now. Two-one ball game. 1 out, 2-2 count, and bases are loaded for the center fielder for the Grey Wolves. He'll look at a pitch way upstairs for ball number 3, and the count's full now. Number 13, the center fielder for the Grey Wolves, Ryan Smith out of Southern Illinois University, sees the full count pitch, swings on, and laces one into right field. It is caught by Chris McCready, and Connor Zickafoos will come home to score, and Mark Cardinale will move into third base, and Ryan Smith gets an RBI on a sacrifice fly. Josh Adams stays at first base, and the game is now 3-1.
Now batting number 6, Jeffrey Mitchell Jr.
That brings up Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., another 300 hitter for the Grey Wolves. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., an all-star, and he's going to swing and foul off the first pitch he sees. Grey Wolves lead 3-1 now, after 2 runs have scored for the Grey Wolves here in the 7th. Connor Zickafoos scoring 2 runs, and Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. is going to lace one into center field, and that's going to be another run for the Grey Wolves. A RBI single for the Cal Berkeley outfielder, and the Grey Wolves have a 4-1 lead.
Now batting number 21,
Drew Curtis, the first baseman, stepping into the batter's box. Drew Curtis 0 for 3 today, 2 groundouts and a strikeout. But the way the Grey Wolves are batting so far in the inning, anything can happen. He's going to chop one foul down the third baseline, and we'll have an 0-1 count. Oh, 0-1 count. Scoreboard says 0-2. Josh Adams bluffing at second base. Vigo will deliver home. Breaking ball upstairs, and that's going to be a ball. The count is 1-1. Umpire says 1-1 as well. Vigo delivers home. Swung on and missed by Drew Curtis, and now the count is 1-2. Drew Curtis, the first baseman for the Grey Wolves. Here in the 7th. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Grey Wolves lead 4-1. And they're going to call a balk. I didn't see the balk, so he must have paused on top. And actually paused. But anyway, There's runners at second and third now. Drew Curtis now with a 1-2 count. The balk does not count as a pitch. An easy misconception to have. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, and that one's going to get lifted out of play by Drew Curtis. So Nick Vigo is now the pitcher after he replaced Grant Ford, and Jordan Muro is now in center field. Drew Curtis laces one into left field, and this one's going to bounce off the Budweiser sign in left center field. Drew Curtis trucking for 2, and 2 runs are going to score on the play. A 2 RBI double there by Drew Curtis, and the score 6-1 now. Gray Wolves busting this one open here in the 7th inning. And Jordan Barkas is the 9th batter of the inning. There's 2 outs. It's a 1-2, 3, 4, 5 run inning. As the Gray Wolves now have a 6-1 lead here in the 7th. There's 2 outs, and the first pitch to Barkas is a called strike for strike number 1. Drew Curtis is second base after this 2 RBI double. Another breaking ball from Vigo. This one's going to stay inside, and that's going to be a ball for 1-1 counts. Barkas is 0 for 3 tonight. 2 ground outs and a strikeout for the manager's younger brother and second baseman. Breaking ball again. 3 straight breaking balls from Nick Vigo to Barkas, and the count's 1-2. Matt Caro is on deck. It would be his second AB of the inning. And he singled to lead things off. He came around to score as well. Barkas just gets a piece of one to foul it off and stay alive here in the at-bat. One-two pitch is grounded left side, and it jammed Barkas, and he gets it foul, and he'll stay alive here again. Barkas from Lower Columbia College has a .241 batting average. He's 0 for 3 tonight, as I said. He struck out once. Everybody but Zikafus has struck out for the Gray Wolves tonight. And Barkas just gets a piece of another one. This one fouls to the padding behind home plate, and the count is still 1-2. Barkas going back to Lower Columbia College for a 3rd season after he injured his hand and wrist in his sophomore year. The 1-2 pitch is outside for ball number 2. He hit .444 in 3 games that he played with a pair of doubles. Columbia College went 3-0 in the games he appeared in. The 2-2 pitch is another breaking ball swung on and missed by Barkas. And the 10th strikeout of the game. But the Gray will strike 5 times in the inning, sending 9 batters to the plate. And the game's now 6-1 here in the 7th. We'll see who's coming out for the Gray Wolves here in the inning. It's going to be Chris Brown coming out for the 7th. You're listening to Gresham Gray Wolves Baseball on Gray Wolves Live.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com. It's time to gear up. Visit the Grey Wolves team store during your next visit to Osland Field. Hats, hoodies, and shirts in different styles, colors, and logos to show your support of Gresham's team. We have a huge selection of Grey Wolves gear available online as well. Just visit GreshamGreyWolves.com to pick up your favorite gear and wear it to the next Grey Wolves game at Osland Field. That's the team store at GreshamGreyWolves.com. Gear up!
Pack the park at Osland Field. The Grey Wolves are hosting the Bend Elks from Friday, August 5th through Sunday, August 7th. Fans can get $5 general admission tickets or $7 reserved seats all series long for the last West Coast League regular season series of the year. Just send an email to Jerry at GreshamGreyWolves.com to receive your Pack the Park voucher to bring to the Osland Field gate. For more details, visit GreshamGreyWolves.com.
Leading off, number 9, Willie McIver.
Chris Brown back out for the 7th. Willie McIver, Nick Nyquist, and Cole Rutherford expected. We'll see who is batting for Cole Rutherford, the designated hitter, as Nick Vigo came in from center field, and he was the last out of the 6th. The first pitch to Willie McIver is a breaking ball that stays outside, hugs the plate, doesn't clip it. Ball number 1. This pitch is going to clip the plate, and it's a fastball that just gets a little bit of the black, and that's going to be strike number 1. So Chris Brown is out again for the Grey Wolves here in the 7th inning. It's his longest appearance. Willie McIver chops one towards the shortstop. Barkis gets it. Doherty gets it, makes a throw over to first base, and short hops Drew Curtis, who grabs the ball at first for the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Nick Nyquist.
Now batting, number 25, Nick Nyquist.
So Hayden Dewar is on deck for Cole Rutherford. As Nick Nyquist fouls off the first pitch he sees from Chris Brown, his third at-bat against Brown. Struck out looking back in the first. He was the last out of the inning, and he flew out to right field in the 4th for the second out of the inning after Nick Vigo singled to lead things off in the 4th. The 0-1 pitch is going to get a piece of the plate, and it's going to be a strike for number 2 strike. The second strike of the at-bat. 0-2 count, 1 out. Breaking ball doesn't break at all. It stays flat and stays outside for ball number 1. 1-2 count. One-two count, 1 out. Grey Wolves lead 6-1 after a 5-run 7th. Tongue twister there. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. 690 is your stat line across the top. 131 is your stat line across the bottom, as Chris Brown's kept the sweets off the base paths, except for a home run by Willie McIver. The 2-2 pitch is skied into right center field, and Ryan Smith is going to grab it, the center fielder for the Grey Wolves. And that's out number 2.
Pitch hitting for your Swedes. From Cal State, Monterey
It's 11
Bay,
flyouts
number 29, Hayden
for Chris Brown in
Dewar.
this game. He also has 4 strikeouts. Also a caught stealing. Hayden Dewar now into the batter's box. The new batter for the Sweets in for Cole Rutherford as the pitcher left the game. So technically the new pitcher would have to bat, but the new pitcher was a field player, and that was Nick Vigo, who's now pitching. Dewar grounds one on a one-hop to Connor Zicafus. Zicafus throws over on a short hop again to Drew Curtis, but he'll pick the ball out of the dirt for out number 3. And Chris Brown makes quick work of the Sweets here in the 7th. We're heading to the 8th with the 5-run lead. Your Grey Wolves lead 6-1 here in Walla Walla at Borleski Stadium on Grey Wolves Live.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Osland Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
It's a howlin' good time down at the Lucky Pint, where we have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, Fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pint is the home of Gresham Grey Wolves, where we honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list, and then come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, your locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Turn a double play with the Gresham Grey Wolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner of the Gresham Grey Wolves during their inaugural season, contact Derek Hargett at 503-890-8827 for more information. Again, that number is 503-890-8827. Your partnership with the Gresham Grey Wolves will be a howlin' time.
Turn a double play with your Gresham Grey Wolves by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner, contact the Grey Wolves at 503-428-5248. Again, that's 503-428-5248. Your partnership with the Grey Wolves will be a howl of a good time.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Live. Cole Henderson now on the mound. Nick Vigo's moved back out to center field as he never left the ball game. He moved from center to pitcher back out to center field. And Cole Henderson's now on the mound. He's making his 5th appearance. He has 5 total innings pitched. 5 hits against him, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. Striking out 3 with a 7.2 ERA. He faces off against Matt Caro. First pitch to Caro's outside for ball number 1. Carroll led things off back in the 7th inning with a single to lead off the inning. Came around to score on a single by Cardinale. The 1-0 pitch is a called strike to the catcher. The 3 outs recorded for the Grey Wolves in order were Dylan Doherty on a bunt that moved Caro over to second base. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Caro. Ryan Smith sacrifice flied to right field, scoring Connor Zicafus, as 2 of the outs recorded for the Sweets were plays in which the Grey Wolves moved batters into scoring position, runners into scoring position. 1-2 pitch swung on and missed by Caro, his 2nd strikeout of the game. And Dylan Doherty will step up. And then Barkas struck out swinging to end the inning in the 7th. But not after the Grey Wolves scored 5 runs and took a 6-1 lead here. And Dylan Doherty will step back up to the plate, looking for his first hit of the game. He's 0 for 3 tonight with the sacrifice bunt technically. He's going to loop one into left field down the line. First pitch swinging, and he's going to get a single there. His first hit of the game. So Dylan Doherty not thinking about the 2 strikeouts earlier in the game and getting one
Number 26.
into play here for the Gray Wolves. After doing his job back in the 7th, moving Caro over, and essentially he was a big help in scoring the first run of the 7th, en route to 5 total runs scored, and now he'll look to score here as Connor Zickafoos is up. Doherty with speed, and if Zickafoos can put one in play, don't be surprised if Doherty moves 2 or 3 bases. First pitch to Zickafoos is a called strike. He's 2 for 3 tonight with a walk, a double, and a single. Cole Henderson will throw over to first base just to keep Dylan Doherty there. The 0-1 pitch to Connor Zickafoos is a ball. One pitch now to Connor Zickafoos. He's going to pull one down the right field line. That's going to get in for a single. Doherty trucking for third, but he's going to be waved around, and he's going to decide not to go to third base on his own accord, as Barkis was waving him around, but it says it's okay, with his palms to the ground, his arms extended, saying it's all right, kind of thing. There's guys on first and second now for the Gray Wolves, with 1 out in the inning after Zickafoos' 3rd hit of the ball game. Zickafoos making a diving play at third base earlier in the game to get Connor Doyle back in the 6th. Anderson will deliver home, and it's going to be a strike to Mark Cardinale, who singled and scored Matt Caro. His first hit of the evening and his first RBI. He's 1 for 2. 2 walks, a run scored, and a strikeout. 0 for 1. 0-1 count, not 0 for 1. 0-1 count is a breaking ball, and it's in the dirt for ball number 1. 1-1 now to the designated hitter from UC Davis. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Cardinale swings and flies that ball out of play. It's going to bounce off the netting and come back into the stands here in Walla Walla. So it's going to be a 1-2 count now to Cardinale. He'll deliver. See the pitch from Henderson. Ball's hit to the right side, left side. Kauhaha will gather, drop it, and step on the bag after collecting the ball back on a fielder's choice. First pitch to Josh Adams is a big cut from the left fielder for UC Santa Barbara, and he swings through and misses it. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed again by Josh Adams.
Take care, Coach.
Adams is hitting .269 on the season. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a run scored and a walk. Walking back in the 7th before scoring. Singled back in the 1st. The 0-2 pitch is low for ball number 1 to the big hitting left fielder for the Gray Wolves. Josh Adams unfortunately, but fortunately, the batter they got pinch hit for by UC Santa Barbara when UC Santa Barbara's pinch hitter freshman walked off the Super Regional on a walk-off grand slam by a pinch hitter freshman. 1-2 pitch. Looks outside, but it's going to be a called strike 3 to Josh Adams. He's not happy about that one. And the umpire gets in his face a little bit, then shakes his head no. And the Grey Wolves will be sent packing, not scoring a run here in the 8th, but they still lead 6-1. And we'll see who comes out. It's Chris Brown yet again here for the 8th. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
Hey kids, the Gresham Grey Wolves will be conducting a 3-day baseball camp right here at Osland Field on July 20th through the 22nd. This is a great opportunity to develop your skills, have fun, and learn from the Gresham Grey Wolves players. Registration is just $45 per child and is open to all ages 5 through 16. You can register online at GreshamGreyWolves.com. See you at the ballpark.
It's a howlin' good time down at the Lucky Pint, where we have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, Fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pint is the home of Gresham Grey Wolves, where we honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list, and then come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, your locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Turn a double play with your Gresham Grey Wolves by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner, contact the Grey Wolves at 503-428-5248. Again, that's 503-428-5248. Your partnership with the Grey Wolves will be a howl of a good time.
Chris McCready now into the batter's box for the Sweets here in the 8th. Grey Wolves leading 6-1. Chris McCready is 0 for 2 tonight. 2 air outs for him, a pop-up to the third baseman, Connor Zickafoos, in the 2nd, and a fly out to right field in the 5th. And his third at-bat now coming in the 8th. The first pitch from Chris Brown, who's out for the 8th, is a ball outside. Take you around the West Coast League after the 1-0 pitch to McCready is way inside. It looked like it almost hit him, but he backs away from that one. And the count's now 2-0. McCready laces one right at Drew Curtis down the line, and Drew Curtis snags it in the air for out number 1. A hard hit ball there by McCready.
Now batting, number 5,
but Drew Curtis was right there to make the catch. 11 balls caught in the air for the Grey Wolves. And that one's going to be a first pitch strike to Kobe Kauhaha. A breaking ball that clips the outer part of the plate. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off by Kobe Kauhaha, and that makes the count 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch is a breaking ball. Chop towards Connor Zickafoos, the third baseman. He's going to make a strong throw over to first, and that's going to be out number 2 here for Chris Brown.
Now batting
in the 8th.
24, Ben Baird.
That brings up Ben Baird. Connor Doyle's on deck. Ben Baird is over 2 tonight with a strikeout and a flyout to right field. The first pitch to Ben Baird is low for ball number 1. Matt Carroll asks for help down the line. Ask and you shall receive, but no strike called by the first base umpire. Said he checked his swing. The 1-0 pitch is dropped by Matt Carroll, a breaking ball. The second dropped pitch by Carroll. And it counts 2-0. Another line drive, this time at the second baseman, Jordan Barkis, and he'll make a diving catch to make the out. Kind of went to his knees to grab that one, and that's out number 3. 2 lineouts and a ground out in the game, in the inning. And the 8th, the Gray Wolves lead 6-1 heading to the 9th inning. And your Gresham Gray Wolves look to take game 2 of the series here, needing just 3 outs defensively and looking to add some more insurance run here in the top of the 9th. You're listening to Gresham Gray Wolves Baseball on Gray Wolves Live.
It's time to gear up. Visit the Gray Wolves team store during your next visit to Osland Field. Hats, hoodies, and shirts in different styles, colors, and logos to show your support of Gresham's team. We have a huge selection of Gray Wolves gear available online as well. Just visit GreshamGrayWolves.com to pick up your favorite gear and wear it to the next Gray Wolves game at Osland Field. That's the team store at GreshamGrayWolves.com. Gear up!
Bum, ba-da-dum, da-da-dum. You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust, and all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, weasels, or other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford. We'll all donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too.
Ryan Smith will now face off against a new pitcher, Jack Koska. Koska from Cal Berkeley. He's pitched in 4 games. This is his 5th appearance. Pitched for 6 total innings. He's given up 10 hits, given up 11 runs on those 10 hits, and he's walked 11 with a 12.00 ERA. And Ryan Smith's going to bloop one into shallow right field, but the second baseman, Jaron Duran, will be there, and that's out number 1 here in the 9th.
Now batting number 6, Jeffrey Mitchell Jr.
Brings up Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., who singled back in the 7th, his first hit of the ball game. And everybody has a hit except for Jordan Barkis for the Gray Wolves. 8 total batters having hits. Connor Zickafoos is 3 for 4 tonight with 2 runs scored. And Ryan Smith is 2 for 3. The first pitch to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. is outside for ball number 1. And then he's going to lace the 1-0 pitch into left field for his second single of the evening. 2 singles in a row for Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. One coming in the 7th in his last at-bat. And this one coming in the 9th on the second pitch he sees.
Now batting number 21.
Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. jumping all over his teammate, Jack Koska. Jack Koska from Cal Berkeley. He's going to be a freshman. And Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. saying, welcome to Cal Berkeley, but we're still in the West Coast League, and I'm going to single off of you. First pitch to Drew Curtis is up high at the head for ball number 1. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. and Jack Koska will get more acquainted in the fall when they come for fall meetings. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. takes off, and it's a hit and run, and Drew Curtis laces one into center field, and Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. is going to be at third base after a hit and run. Successful play is completed by the Gray Wolves, and now there's runners at first and third with just 1 out. That'll bring up Jordan Barkis, who's 0 for 4 tonight, and a single would score Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. And if he can get on base here with a hit, every Gray Wolves batter will have a hit in the contest. 13 for the game. Jordan Barkis bunts one down the first baseline, and it's going to be a bunt single for Jordan Barkis, a bunt for a hit. Time is going to be called, and Jordan Barkis is on base with a single and an RBI. Gray Wolves lead 7-1 now after Jordan Barkis' great bunt that gets past the pitcher. The second baseman has to pick it up and kind of collides with Jack Koska. And there's runners at first and second now with 1 out. Matt Caro now stepping into the batter's box. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a walk. Runners at first and second. The first pitch to Caro is way outside for ball number 1. First out of the inning was Ryan Smith. He popped up to the second baseman in shallow right field. Runners are at first and second now for the Gray Wolves. Sun is setting. The infield is shaded completely. The outfield still has a bunch of sun in it, sprinkled in from the west. A 1-0 pitch is a called strike as William McIver drops it, though. Still 1-1, though, as the ball across the plate. Nobody moving in the Gray Wolves bullpen. And don't be surprised at all if Chris Brown comes out for the 9th. The 1-1 pitch is belt high on the hour part of the plate for strike number 2. It's going to be a 1-2 count now to the catcher, Matt Caro. We saw 2 complete game performances from Gray Wolves pitchers in Kelowna to start off the second half of the season. A series sweep of the Falcons up in Kelowna, British Columbia. David Wallum and Spud Heidemann going a full 9 innings. 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball. Strike 3 called. Matt Caro's going to go back to the dugout with his 3rd strikeout of the evening.
Now batting, number 2, Dylan Doherty.
Back to the top of the lineup we go, and Dylan Doherty. Connor Zikafus is on deck with a 3 for 4 performance tonight. Every Gray Wolf has a hit. 4 Gray Wolves with multi-hit games. Gray Wolves are at 14 hits for the ball game. Sweet's still at 3. Curtis Perrin not in the lineup tonight. Played last night. Dylan Doherty now at the plate, though. I don't know why I started thinking of Curtis Perrin. Drew Curtis is at second base. And when you have a guy with a last name Curtis and a guy with a first name Curtis, sometimes you can get them confused, and that's exactly what I did. Looking right at Drew Curtis at second base. And as the first pitch to Dylan Doherty was a called strike. The 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball that hugs the plate. And it's going to be a 1-1 count now to the shortstop from Cal Poly. Jordan Barkis is at first base. And those are the 2 guys on base. Dylan Doherty sees the 1-1 pitch, swings and lifts one down the left field line. Kobe Kauhaha going after it, but this one's going to fall in foul territory as Kobe Kauhaha goes feet first, slide towards the fence, and the shortstop, Ben Baird, dives head first for the ball. That one could have gotten ugly there as studs were up from Kobe Kauhaha. And there could have been some blood on the play if Ben Baird's face had connected with Kobe Kauhaha's spikes. 1-2 count to the shortstop, Dylan Doherty. Drew Curtis at second, Jordan Barkus at first. Breaking ball outside for ball number 2. Zekafus on deck, 3 for 4 night. He scored 2 runs. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. has also scored 2 runs. He went 2 for 5 tonight, as we likely won't see him again. 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed by Doherty. His third strikeout as well for the evening. And the Grey Wolves will come back out for the 9th inning here in the bottom of the frame. Grey Wolves lead 7-1. And Chris Brown is coming out for a complete game. He's determined, walking out slowly, focused completely here on this ball game. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball. Grey Wolves lead the Walla Walla Suite 7-1 here on the Grey Wolves Live.
Turn a double play with the Gresham Grey Wolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner of the Gresham Grey Wolves during their inaugural season, contact Derek Hargett at 503-890-8827 for more information. Again, that number is 503-890-8827. Your partnership with the Gresham Grey Wolves will be a howlin' time.
Follow your Gresham Grey Wolves on social media. The Grey Wolves are active on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Gresham G Wolves. Follow your favorite West Coast League baseball team at home, on the road, and in the community. Behind-the-scenes access, photos from the ballpark, video recaps, and more, all at your fingertips. That's at Gresham G Wolves on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Pack the park at Osland Field. The Grey Wolves are hosting the Bend Elks from Friday, August 5th through Sunday, August 7th. Fans can get $5 general.
Chris Brown is coming out for the 9th here in Walla Walla. He will be the 3rd pitcher to get a complete game for the Grey Wolves if he can complete this game. I'll take you around West Coast League play after Connor Doyle's first pitch. Chris Brown delivers, and it's going to be outside for ball number 1. Wenatchee beat Bellingham in Bellingham 4-1. Gets that Blue Jackets are at home against Yakima Valley. They're leading 6-3 in the 8th. Corvallis is beating the Harbor Cats 4-1 in Corvallis. 1-0 pitch from Brown to Doyle stays up for ball number 2. The Knights beating the Harbor Cats 4-1 in the 6th in Corvallis. Grey Wolves lead 6-1 here in Walla Walla. And the Cowlitz Black Bears are beating the Bend Elks 6-0 in Bend. 2-0 pitch is a called strike from Chris Brown. And the count's now 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is again called a strike, and it's 2-2 now for Chris Brown. Chris Brown needing just one more strike to get the first out of the inning here in the 9th. And he does just that. Swinging and missing is Connor Doyle. Strike 3 and out number 1 here in the 9th.
Now batting, number 17, Jared Duran.
It's not very often that you see a pitcher get a complete game, let alone 2 in a series. And as a broadcaster, seeing 3 in one season in less than 5 weeks is unheard of. But that's exactly what the Grey Wolves pitching staff has done. A diminished staff due to inning limits. And Chris Brown delivers a first pitch breaking ball to Jaron Duran. And the Grey Wolves pitching staff has been phenomenal when they can get deep into innings. And that's exactly what Chris Brown is doing. He has 5 strikeouts as the 0-1 pitch is fouled off, and the count's now 0-2 quickly to the number 1 batter, Jaron Duran. Sun is setting more. There's no shade except for at second base in the infield. 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball. Lifted into center field. Ryan Smith fights off the sun, and Josh Adams kind of goes by him jokingly as if he was going to collide with him, but There's 2 outs now, and Chris Brown is an out away from a complete game 1-run ball game, 3-hitter. That 1 run coming off of a home run. Nick Vigo now up. Vigo pitched earlier in the ball game. Vigo going 2/3 of an inning, allowing 2 hits, 2 runs, walking 1 and striking out 1, facing 5 batters. The first pitch to Vigo is outside for ball number 1. Back to Chris Brown, though, the story of the game. 28 batters faced, 8 2/3 innings so far. As the 1-0 pitch is low in the dirt for ball number 2. 3-hitter, 1-run ball game. Giving up just 1 run, bringing his ERA down significantly from 9.44 to where we'll see where it is after this. 2-0 pitch as a called strike. Middle third, belt high for strike number 1. 2-1 count now with 2 outs in the inning. Grey Wolves lead 7-1. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball, and that one's going to be just above the belt for ball number 3. Tomorrow's game back at 7:05. 3-1 pitch is just below the knee for ball number 4, and that puts a runner on base and brings up Willie McIver. The only run to score for against Chris Brown was a home run for Willie McIver. Willie McIver taking a 2-1 pitch out of the ballpark in the left center field over the More Points Play sign. First pitch to Willie McIver's lasered down the line, and it's going to hit the fence next to the bullpen, and that's going to be a strike number 1. A 1 pitch to Willie McIver, breaking ball, chopped right at Connor Zikavus. He'll throw over to second base, and that's out number 3. Chris Brown goes full 9, gives up 1 run on 3 hits, doesn't have an error at all. Chris Brown with a complete game 1-run ball game here as his fans give him hugs on the mound for his fantastic pitching performance tonight. We'll take a break, come back here with your post-game show as the Grey Wolves take game 2 against the Walla Walla Sweets, 7-1 here on Grey Wolves Live.
You are in a quest full of danger and excitement. Your path clouded by deception and dead ends that could cost you dearly. You have to fight off dangerous snakes and vicious jackals, savage headhunters and shark-infested waters. You don't know who to trust, and all you want is to buy a new car. I'm Bess Wills at Gresham Ford, and getting the car or truck you need doesn't have to be a dangerous adventure of epic proportions. At Gresham Ford, you won't find any snakes, weasels, or other predators, and you don't have to worry if you are going to get pillaged. All dealers pay the same for the cars they sell. We just help you get the new or used vehicle you need without all the drama. If you want an adventure full of shady characters, crooked deals, and nasty vermin, go to the movies. If you want to get the best built cars and trucks in America, come to Gresham Ford. We'll all donate $100 to the church or charity of your choice with every vehicle you purchase at Gresham Ford. Bum ba dum bum bum bum.
Welcome to the Gresham Grey Wolves post-game show. Presented by Active Family Chiropractic, Edward Jones, Gresham Ford, Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, the Gresham Police Officers Association, Lucky Pint, Metro East Web Academy, Northwest Accounting Partners, Olympic Gym, Riverview Community Bank, and State Farm. And now, here's your Gresham Grey Wolves post-game show.
Welcome to the post-game show here in Walla Walla. The Grey Wolves win 7-1 here, beating the Walla Walla Sweets and taking game 2 of the series, setting up a rubber match tomorrow night at 7:05. Chris Brown allowing just 1 run on 95 pitches through 9 innings. A fantastic pitching performance for the pitcher from UC Davis, striking out 5, allowing just 1 run, a home run to Willie McIver. But the story of the night with Chris Brown, nothing to take away from him. Offensively, Connor Zickafoose, the story of the game, but pitching absolutely goes to Chris Brown. Connor Zickafoose goes 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and a walk. Lifts his batting average to .314 for the season. Ryan Smith went 2 for 4, one of 4 Grey Wolves to have multi-hit games, as every batter in the Grey Wolves lineup got a hit in the contest. Gresham Grey Wolves score 7 in the game, 5 coming in the 7th, 1 coming in the 9th, and 1 coming in the 1st. Zickafoose scoring 2 runs for the Grey Wolves, the first run for the Grey Wolves coming in that first inning. Connor Zickafoose hit a 1-out double and then scored on a wild pitch. William McIver picked up the wild pitch ball, threw to third base, overthrew the third baseman. The ball got into left field, and Connor Zickafoose trotted home for the first run of the ball game. William McIver followed up the run with a home run to left field with 2 outs in the inning to make the game 1-1. It stood that way until the 7th, when leadoff batter Matt Carroll got on base via a single. Dylan Doherty moved him over on a sacrifice bunt. Zickafoose walked to put guys on first and second. Cardinale singled, scoring Caro. And that broke the deadlock. Cardinale's RBI winning the ball game, but the Grey Wolves weren't done. Zickafoose then came around to score on a sacrifice fly by Ryan Smith. Cardinale moved to third on that sacrifice fly. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. then singled, scoring Cardinale. Josh Adams moved over to first on Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. single, moved over to third on a balk, as did Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., who moved second on that balk. And a double by Drew Curtis scored both Adams and Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. Drew Curtis with 2 RBIs, leading the team in the ball game. Connor Zickafoose, the offensive player of the game, making some strong defensive plays as well, as the Grey Wolves were able to put 7 runs up on the board. But the play of the game definitely goes to Chris Brown, going 9 innings, only giving up 3 hits. Defense for the Grey Wolves making no errors, only giving up 1 run and a home run to Willie McIver in the first. Chris Brown going 8 full innings of scoreless baseball here in Walla Walla, setting up a rubber match tomorrow night to determine the series. I'm Fletcher Like. I'll be here tomorrow night as well. Game time 7:05 here from Walla Walla. No time change here in Walla Walla. If you're listening from the West Coast, Pacific time zone, 7:05 start. You're listening to Gresham Grey Wolves Baseball. I'm Fletcher Like signing off. Gresham Grey Wolves win 7-1. Go Grey Wolves.